All right, the Civic is done, so now we have to do the mature thing and start on something new. Because it's never ending. And we got Ferns, that tire girl, if you're not following her. This is her 240. This is the car she uses to drift. It's pretty much stock. We rebuilt this engine about, what, it's been like a year? We rebuilt this engine about a year ago. I completely stripped the car. I stripped the engine out of the car. We repainted it, put new pistons, new bearings. I had the head sent out to get refurbished. So new head gasket, all new hoses and gaskets, and honestly, I don't even know how this car's still running, but it runs. So as you can see, it's a little dirty, but it's seen better days. But we're gonna make it faster, and we're gonna make it faster by putting in a turbo kit. It is not the greatest turbo kit, but it's gonna work. I've done it in the past in the white DSM that I used to have. This was about 10 years ago, and the car worked perfectly fine. This one it's a CX Racing turbo kit. It's gonna be basically 5 psi or 6 psi of boost, and hopefully it'll give us 50 horsepower or so, and hopefully it'll make really cool noises, and I'm sure Fern's gonna love it. If it holds up and does good, then you know we'll get injectors maybe, and maybe go 85 or something. So it seems like we love getting deadlines put on us, and we love rushing stuff. So we have another deadline. We have the Energy Drift event that's coming up. That event is, I believe, is the 18th. It is currently July 6th, so we have 12 days. We have 12 days. We have 12 days to make this from an NA to turbocharged. The goal is obviously a little bit more power, but we want the turbo noises. Just, you know, in my other video, the goal was to make the Civic louder for no reason. We want noises to come out of this for no reason, so that is what we do. That is, if you guys, you know, like stuff like this is all we're gonna be doing basically, is just doing fun stuff to our toys and sharing it with you guys. And we're doing it for the beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Like that, the bird calls. It's gonna sound just like that. And this is the last time you're gonna see it. And then once we're done, there should be a cool little turbo right here. And hopefully the car doesn't explode. Because if it explodes, then that's our excuse to go LS swap. I didn't realize we had 12 days. It starts. You hear that? There's no pew 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 pew. But there will be. So, these are the parts. This is the kit. This is the CX Racing turbo kit for this single cam K24. KA24. KA24E. This is a KA24E. Single cam KA24. So single cam 2.4. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright, so this is the kit. This is almost everything. Looking through the boxes right now. There's no instructions. We got some hardware. This is for the headers. So the headers came in this. I don't know what's in here. I think these are the gaskets. But these are the headers. A little questionable, but we'll see. They put these little cool structure bar things, so that's kind of cool. The welds, all my welders out there, let me know if these are legit welds or not. It looks like they're welds that will work. I don't know if they're the best, but they look like they'll work. So that's the headers. That's in there, no instructions. And then we got the wastegate. This looks like it's just some knockoff wastegate. I've ran something similar in the past, in one of my cars, and it worked fine. So this actually goes here, and there's like a little flange. Yeah, we'll figure that out. And then here's a spring. I'm assuming that goes in there. It's probably like a different spring for different pressure. And yeah, and then we got a blow-off valve. Again, no instructions, just some vacuum line and a gasket and a couple of miscellaneous hardware. So yeah, we got the downpipe, 2 pieces. This one connects to the turbo, and this is of course the star of the show, the turbo. This is a turbocharger model TRB-T04E-1, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but it spins and air comes out, so it should work. It is. I'm looking at it and it's not coolant. Doesn't run with coolant, so it's just oil. So yeah, there's some intercooler piping there. That's the intercooler. There's a little bit more intercooler stuff in here. Some couplers, and we got what seems to be a very nice diagram of how it's supposed to work. Looks good. Very thorough diagram and instructions on how to install this. And then we got just the random flange. I don't know if we need this. Random bolts. And then we got looks like a feed line. Some gaskets. I gotta figure out how this works. But shouldn't be that hard. I've done a turbo kit in the past on my 2G Eclipse. It was non-turbo, and I put a turbo kit similar to this, and it worked fine for a year. So should be fine. It didn't blow up, so I have faith that this will not blow up. I didn't run that much power, or didn't run that much boost before, so I'm not gonna do it too much on this one. So it should be fine. All right, so here's one last look at the engine before we start taking stuff apart. I'm gonna start by taking off the battery. Once I take off the battery, I think I'm gonna remove this cold air intake, and once that's done, we'll go ahead and remove the exhaust, and then I'll have to take off the bumper later on. I'm not gonna show you guys me removing the battery. It's like whatever, so we'll just do it quick. Go, let me get started. Okay, so we got the intake off, we got the battery out. Now for the exhaust, I think I'm just gonna roll it onto the rack, lift up the car, and then just unbolt it from the bottom, because it looks like it's gonna suck if I do it here. So. Or I could just lift the car and do it from underneath. Let me flip a car. I decided to do it on the ground. Yeah, it's too hard to move with the LSD. Oh, that. Well, it came out. Alright, so we got the exhaust off down there. There's an EGR tube down there that I unscrewed already. And yeah, time to just take off the manifold. And then we'll go from there. Yeah! So dirty. Okay, I'm gonna clean it over here a little bit. So, we got the turbo, and then this is what we got to do the oil supply to the turbo. So we got what looks like an oil feed line, an oil return line, an oil what would this be called? The thing, and the thing looks like it goes here. It looks like there's no bolt for this. So great. Maybe there might be in there, I don't know. And then we got 2 hose clamps, which I'm assuming they're for the return. And then we got the return for the oil pan. So we gotta remove the oil pan, and we're gonna have to drill a hole the size of this, and then basically gonna tighten it from the inside, and that way the line will go in here. I already see a problem. How the hell is that supposed to go in there? This isn't even like, how are you supposed to even put this in there? What? This is like an AN fitting hose, so you can stick one of those like it looks like this. So you can stick one of these things, but okay, whatever. We're just gonna slip on a regular hose, I think, for now, because why is this braided if we don't even have the, I mean, I'm doing it wrong, but no, this is all we got in the kit. What is this supposed to go in here? No, I'm not about to chew out my fingers for that. So yeah, won't use this. This looks like it's a oil restrictor. It's a little tiny hole, a little gasket. And this looks like it's the T for the oil supply. So I need to figure out where this is going to come from. So I'm assuming it's going to come from some sort of a sensor. This is probably going to go in here. Like that. Something like this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. First I need to find out where this is even going to go. So, but for now, I'm going to do a little bit of research to figure out where I'm supposed to get oil for to feed the turbo. Alright, so this kit kind of sucks. It is a bolt-on kit, but so far it's been nothing but just headaches. I mean, I'm sure we'll figure them out, but this is not an easy kit, I guess, to install. So there's been a couple issues, and I'm not even halfway through the install. So I don't even know what's next. But pretty much to bolt the turbo to the header was pretty hard. The hardware is like too big. The heads of the nuts are too big, so you can't even fit tools. So that took me like a good 45 minutes just to bolt that stuff up. So keep in mind there is no instructions in this kit whatsoever. So for someone who literally has never done one before, you're pretty much on your own. The best I could say is if you're gonna do this and you've never done anything like this before, is go on YouTube and watch as many videos as you can. As long as you understand the basics and how a turbo setup works, you can pretty much do it yourself and at least have an idea. Yesterday I was able to mount the turbo to the header and bolt it up, because putting the header on the engine and then bolting up the turbo while the header's on there's no way, there's no room. I was having a hard time with it out of the car. So that was issue number one, but that's bolted up. I mean, it's as tight as I can get it, because I don't want that thing to get loose. Also, this is the downpipe that attaches to the end of the turbo, and as you can see, they're not welded together anymore. So the reason why is because this thing is clocked incorrectly, so the downpipe hits the side of the frame rail on the car, so it doesn't even bolt up right. You can't even get the holes in. And also it didn't come with, well, it came with hardware that goes here, and the bolts are too short, so it doesn't even work. Luckily it came with another one, and this one actually looks better. But I'm gonna bolt this up to the turbo hot side, and then kind of mock up where I want it to go down, and then tack weld it and finish welding it off. So it is not bolt on for this. Also, it hits the brake master cylinder So you have to remove it in order to, see, it's not here anymore. In order to give you clearance to put that on. Not bolt on. I have to remove the oil pan because I need to drill a hole so I can run the oil return line. But in order to remove the oil pan, you have to remove the subframe, or at least get it down enough. I just took it off because I just wanted to clean it. That's part of it anyways, but yeah, well, I'll let you know where to drill it so you'll kind of have an idea of, I think, where the optimal place to drill that oil pan is. Other than the hardware that sucks, the wastegate, it holds pressure and it actually starts to open, so it's working even though it's a cheap knockoff. There's no downpipe for this, so it literally just, wherever the exhaust comes out, it's gonna hit the brake booster, I guess. So it comes with another flange. So what I'm hoping is to find an exhaust pipe that I can weld onto here or something. I don't know, but for now, because we're running so we're running short on time, I'm just gonna put like a heat shield or something and just let it hit that and not anything else, because I don't think I have enough time to get that fixed. So yeah, it's been kind of a pain so far. This is not an easy job. It's not really bolt-on. Stuff needs to be modified. So I mean, I guess we modify our cars. This car wasn't meant to be turbo, so I can expect that stuff. But this kit is also not really bolt-on. But we'll make it work. Stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully we'll have the car up and running. The NRG Drift Beginner Day is a week away. We have till Friday to get the car running. It's not nowhere near yet. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Well, it started.